All right, first combo. It's gonna have to be the Ojama Blue combo. So let's go ahead and get that Ojama Blue combo out of the way. Look at that, and we drew Ojama Blue. My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards. All right. So we're obviously gonna do the Ojama Blue combo. You can actually do this a lot of different routes. The beauty about this is that you have the option in case they have a Blossom in their deck, where you can get away with still doing it on 2 occasions. Now, if they have 2 Blossoms in their deck, they're hacking. I'm just joking. But if they have 2 Blossoms, you're kind of just stuck. So let's say in this case you have the blue in your hand, so always play it because you have the option. You have a backup. Let's see, the same original attribute level. Okay, let me just make sure they can't stop me here. Okay, no. Okay, so you can just go in your battle phase because that's a quick effect there, the Ojama. So Ojama and Ojama Blue is strong. You don't even need Ojama Blue in your hand. Luckily we drew it though, so it's just so much better. We might not even need to use it now though. So we just go in and directly attack to the weakest monster they have. Luckily they have this 500 monster, so simple. So we'll hit yes. And normally what you want to grab is cards to be able to discard, like Ojama, but we actually have 2 Ojama in our hand already. This draw was just game changing. The only thing is if we would have had like a Dark Ruler or no more, would have been perfect. So in this case we're just gonna get one more of these, and let's go ahead and get an Ojama Pajama, because that card is definitely one of the best cards in the deck. So now that we've gotten both, we just play another Ojama. Now if he can block this, we have a second Ojama. So he's gonna have to choose. If they had a Blossom, they would have to choose to block Ojama or Ojama, which in this case they don't have a Blossom, but you know everybody's got a Blossom in their deck nowadays. You always want to go for another Ojama Blue, and of course grab your Armed Dragon. We'll play Ojama Blue on the field again. We'll bump into the weakest monster they have. Believe me, I've bumped into 3,000 monsters too as well, guys. So that's never an issue. And if it is, then you can only do this twice, but in this case we can do it as many times as we please. Go ahead and use Ojama Blue. We'll bump into him again, activating Ojama's blue effect, getting 2 Ojama cards from our deck. We'll get another Ojama, and we still have another Ojama. Normally you would grab Ojama, right? But we have Ojama. So you know what? Maybe I need to do a test. Maybe I need to do one without Ojama, but this will be a run without it. So we'll just grab another one of these. Actually, you don't know. No, let's grab another one of those. This is strictly to show this one combo. I'm already trying to do different combos. So fine, we'll go ahead and play this. Bringing out a Ojama Blue again. Oh, discard. We'll discard Ojama, of course, because we'll grab another 3. And then this time you don't want to get another Armed Dragon. You want to get Pow Armed Dragon. And the reason you want to do that's because now we can special summon him and draw a card. So this card doesn't only give us this combo, it gives us the ability to get a free special summon and drawing a card as well. All right, and here's where I'm gonna end the loop. We could do it one more time if we wanted to, but this is strictly to show you one combo. But you can do so many now. We have the cards in our hand to do so many different combos. It's great. It's great. So we're running one more time, grabbing the last 2 cards we need, which will be. We'll go ahead and just grab this, and then we'll grab an Oja. Actually, the best case scenario is grab both Oja simulations. That way you have 3 in your hand in case they're able to stop it with the Blossom as well. Let's say they waited this long, they're familiar with this combo, then we can do another Oja. Actually, you know what? Just for the sake of the loop, I'm going to show you. Just for the sake of the loop, I'll show you what this can do. So we'll just do it again, and then we'll just discard again. We'll discard an Ojama Duo. You want to discard this card. You don't really want to play this card. You want to discard it. You want it in your graveyard. That's backup for when, let's say, in case they mess up your plan, and you can't get on the field. Then you have a backup. We're gonna go ahead and do Ojama Red though. We'll just get another one of these because we can. Okay. So yes, we want to summon Ojama Red because Ojama Red's gonna let us play all these Ojamas. Now the nice thing about this combo here or this strat here, is that if they have a Nibiru, I don't know how to say the name, Nibiru, you know, the ultimate one or whatever, the one that can you contribute 5 monsters on the field, or as many monsters on the field to get them out. This is to bait that. This is to bait that out. If they don't have it out, if let's say they have it but they wait, it's too late for them, right? Because now we'll special summon Palooza, and we'll get rid of the non-effect monsters. We want to get rid of course, as much non-effect monsters. In this case, they have to be different names. So we'll play a Palooza. This is all the Ojama Blue Ojama combo here. So now if they wanted to play him, we could negate him. We could negate him. It's too late. It's too late for him. He can't do that anymore. So what I also like to do now, so now that we know, now if they have Max C, of course you want to weigh your options, but in this case this opponent I know doesn't have Max C because it's just a PC. But now what we can do is we can go ahead and summon him. And let's just say, you know, if your plans get ruined, there's so many different other things you can do. We'll go ahead and discard him because we're going to be able to draw a card because we activated the effect. We'll special summon him, we'll draw a card so we continue to have cards in our hand. Now we have these 2 monsters. We just use him for fodder. Now what we're going to do is Ojama Simulation will let us reveal a Fusion Light Machine monster. But we want to show him, and the reason we want to show ABC Buster Dragon is because we can continue to use these cards, and then we can summon him after the fact when they're in the graveyard. So what we'll do is we will banish 3 Ojamas from the graveyard. You always want to banish the original 3, because we still have 1 Ojama Magic in our deck. So that might come in handy later, if we don't already do the 1 turn. So we do the original Ojamas, we summon the materials for this fusion. We don't want to fusion them yet though, unless they activated a Max C. If they activated a Max C, you don't want to do these extra things. You don't want to extra fuse. You don't want to extra summon these people. Immediately go into the fusions. Immediately go into the fusions if they do a Max C, because you want them to have less cards in their hands as possible. So here, like this card's great right here. Underworld. We'll go ahead and go into Underworld, and we will link everybody. We'll go ahead and take on one of their monsters, and we will link the Goddess. Now we have a graveyard negate. I didn't do IP first. I could have done IP first, or did I do IP first? I don't think I did. I could have gone into IP and made her indestructible to effects, but that's fine. We don't I always activate B-Buster Drake's effect because it'll let me get a Union monster from my deck to my hand, and just in case I have something to discard, I can use them before I do anything else. So we'll just grab whatever Union monster. Okay. So see, if we wanted to, we could still summon our fusion monster because it's either from the field or the graveyard. So we can still do that. We don't want to do that yet. We'll go ahead and do Ojama Simulation again. This time we're going to do XYZ. And if we wanted to, because we know he's got nothing to stop us, I could even go further and special summon yet another monster. But at this point, it'd be overkill. It would just be overkill. If you had an XYZ level 4 monsters too would be great, which I might need to do that because I've done this so many times. I could get away with doing another XYZ. We'll bring out the fusion materials. This one we'll go ahead and fusion into. I mean, we could like do another one of these if we wanted to, but that's just overkill. It's overkill. It's unnecessary. But you know how you want to play. You can continue to link and stuff. Like I could have linked into the unicorn and drew a card. I could have drew an extra card. I probably could have done that because I have another Ojama Simulation. So I could have linked into unicorn and I could have drawn a card, and that would have been an additional card I could have drawn. We're gonna go ahead and activate his effect. We're gonna get rid of. Now, if he had a graveyard effect, we would banish him instead with the other dragon. I didn't read if he had a graveyard effect, but we'll go ahead and set this. We'll go ahead and activate this. And we will bring out, like I said, we have protection against effects against graveyard now. But this right here, right? This right here, having these 2 guys on the field, once we fuse them, so now that they're on the field, we'll fuse them. Now we have protection against almost anything because this next guy, A to Z, will negate spell, trap, and effect activations. He'll negate them, and up to the cards we can discard in our hand. So what we'll do next is we'll go in here, and we will banish this card to move 3 banished cards. Of course, you always want to do the original Ojamas first, and we'll move them back into our deck, allowing us to draw a card. So now we have instead of 5 negates, we have 6 negates, and then we could do it again, but I don't want to discard any more cards. So at this point, this guy's over here kind of out in the open. That could be a little risky. I mean, I guess we could. No, no, let's not. Let's just leave it. Let's just leave it. I don't want to risk anymore. Actually, an IP. Let me see. Oh no, but I wouldn't be able to do the normal summon, bring an IP out. Okay, we'll just leave it. It should be fine. It should be fine. So we'll end our turn. I doubt he'd bring out a 6500 monster without any being able to negate its effects, right? So now he's summoned this guy. He summoned this fella. We'll go ahead and do an Ojama match. Ojama match is going to keep our fusion safe. It's going to keep our fusion safe. On top of, watch this, guys. On top of now, instead of having 6 negates, now we have 9 negates. Okay, so this is giving us 9 negates now because of Ojama Pajama. So now we have 9 negates in our hand. This is fine. That was a mistake leaving him out there. So now we have our 9 negates. And we could, okay, so here we could continue to go into so many more combos. So for example, I could attack with him and then we could separate him. And then we can attack again. You know what, I'm going to show you guys that, okay? Now normally you don't want to risk that. You can, we could go into something else here. And then we can save him in case he can play something from his hand. But in this case, I'm going to show you how we can separate him. So we just hit battle here. We'll have Palooza destroy this guy. We'll have her attack there. Like I said, for the oh, actually, never mind. That's game. And that is the Ojama Blue Ojama match combo there. So many different ways you can get them out. So many different ways. And that is the combo for Ojama Blue.